Is it the next day already? We're keeping the streak alive, guys. Today is the 26th of March, no, of May, sorry about that, 2021, and we're back in the fishery. This is Dr. Mac, and this is Dr. Mac's Happy Little Fishery. And so, yeah, a couple things, and this should be a pretty quick one, but just a couple quick updates. One, normally I record a little bit later in the evening. Today I'm recording a little bit earlier, so there may be a slightly different vibe and lighting to the video, if anyone's wondering. And the reason that I'm recording a little bit earlier is because I was at the pet store earlier today, and I got some more Java moss, and it's like already tied to a rock for me, so that's perfect. Last time I had it, it was not like this. It was just loose in a cup, and it got all over the tank. So I'm hoping that this will actually be a little bit less messy, and I'll put one up here, and I will put one down here. So that's what we're gonna do today. But besides that, oh, what I wanted to mention, sorry if you guys are having trouble hearing me. I promise you guys that I am turning the volume up as high as I can in my editing software. Yes, I could speak a little louder and more clearly, which I'm going to try to do, but understand I'm trying to keep my voice at a certain resonance that's not going to be unpleasant to the fish, especially since I'm like right next to the tanks. Normally I'm sitting like over at my desk. So for these videos, I'm like right up at the tanks, and I'm talking a lot. Normally when I'm right up at the tanks, I'm talking to the fish just like softly, so I don't want to be right next to the tank like screaming here. So I'm going to try to find the right balance that's happy for everyone, both the fish, you guys, myself, and any third-party observers that may be listening in. So yeah, that's the plan today, guys. Nice and easy one, nice and relaxing one. I'm actually pretty excited about this because I'll tell you guys, the shrimp really seem to love the Java moss. This is like catnip to them. They go crazy for it. And I think the fish like it too, maybe not quite as much. So there's no shrimp in my quarantine tank, just the 2 fish, but you know, it is, I don't know, it's a live plant, I think. So I think it will be nice just to have a little more life in the quarantine tank. Maybe give everyone a little bit more zest, a little bit more pep. And up here, we've already got some plants, but yeah, I do have a whole bunch of shrimp up there, so just want to give them something to do, something to keep them entertained and spend their days being being happy little shrimp. So let's get to it, guys. All right, so the Java moss ball tied to a rock is in the 20-gallon tank. I did clean off the rock with a toothbrush and some dish soap and water. Probably didn't need to, it was probably fine, but my tank's already got enough beneficial bacteria in there. I don't need the extra from the pet store, so cleaned it off. And yeah, I just put it in like a minute ago, so the fish and the shrimp are still kind of getting used to it. So I think what I'll do is kind of let them chill for a little bit. I won't upload this video like the second I finish recording it like I normally do. I'll kind of let them just hang out for a little bit, let things chill, let things fester, and then I'll come back maybe in like an hour or two and get some more footage. Maybe I get somebody interacting with it. Maybe one of the shrimp will finally land on it. Oh, did he? No, I thought he did, but it was just the angle. He's actually not anywhere near that moss ball. Let me show you. Oh, sorry. Just trying to show you. Sorry, that took me too long, but yeah, he was like in the front of the tank there. He still is. Let's get him from this angle. Alright, now let's put the other moss ball into the other tank. Okay, it has been a couple hours. I'm not sure how many hours. Probably 4 hours since we put this thing in. Doesn't seem to be bothering anyone. No one's really going crazy for it. I have seen a couple fish nipping at it. Some shrimp left over from yesterday. I see you trying to be slick back there, buddy. I see you trying to be slick. Yeah, maybe I put in just a little too many peas yesterday, but I think my buddy back here is not complaining about it. So maybe once they run out of peas, we'll get a little more action on the shrimp ball. Let's check in down here. Blubloose is waiting for me to say hi. He's waiting to say hi to you guys. Hi, Blubloose. Yeah, and I don't think I shared it earlier. I did put his thing in around the same time as the other one. I forgot to show it, but yeah, again, not bothering him, really not going for it. And in him, I didn't expect him to go for it as much. Again, it really is more of a shrimp thing. And if you guys are picking up all this, if you're seeing all the poop down there, I do plan to clean that today, so I guess I can share that too. But a time lapse of that. You guys want to see a time lapse? Alright, sounds good to me. Let's do a time lapse. Alright, sorry guys, I'm getting a shower soon, I promise. But I don't know if you could tell how hard it was to get that siphon going. It is pretty hard to siphon something on the ground. I talked about it in one of my other videos, but it can be done. And I did get the siphon going eventually here. It took a little bit of work, but we got it going. We got this tank nice and clean, and let's take a look. Alright, so first of all, just to show you the water that we took out, it's definitely not as bad as when we did the fine detailing cleaning in my 20-gallon tank yesterday. That looked a lot worse. But there is a good bit of poop and stuff on the bottom, and we did just scoop out a lot of water. Again, part of changing this tank is after I'm done doing a siphon as best as I can, then I'll add a little bit of water just to get things moving around. Then I'll try to scoop out some water and then add more. So let's take a look at the tank. Much less poop, looking a whole lot better here. I'm probably freaking the fish out right now. But I did see the pleco. I know yesterday I had a hard time finding him, so I'm going to show you guys. He is in here, and actually I think he's looking pretty healthy. Hate to say it, but I think he's looking great. Let's see if we can find him without bothering him too much. Might be hard to do. There's Blubloose. He's in his house. Sorry, buddy. Freaking Blubloose out. I just want to see your friend. I saw him a minute ago. He's a tricky one. Alright, I'm gonna stop the camera, find him, and then I'll prove to you guys there's another fish in here.